Long day lay me low. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to another edition of a Sunday stream. We don't have anybody today. We have somebody. We have somebody very important in life itself, to Comicsgate, to indie comics, to fandom. We have Angela Curry.
To fandom.
To fandom. Here's to
Hi.
fandom. Hello.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. I did a great job on Mother's Day, being a mother.
Yeah, good job.
That's what I do. You know. No, yeah.
Somebody wish me Happy Mother's Day today. So.
Well, people are just being nice. It was actually yes, and Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. Whether or not you're biological or you're like, I have a friend who actually like raised her son, her brother practically. So I mean, from he was like super young, like maybe 5 or 6. So I mean, technically, kind of like a mother. So
yeah.
So Happy Mother's Day to all you lovely ladies out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes. But yeah, people are just being nice if they see you. And they might say, "Oh, Happy Mother's Day!" Like even I was out. You were just like, "What?" You go.
No, I was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm not a mom." And he was like, "Oh okay." I was like, "Thank you." That's what I said.
Right. That is nice of them. And I went to lunch with my mother. Paid for the lunch, and then after we paid, the server came over and gave her a piece of cake, even though we didn't order it. So he just gave her the cake. Yeah, it was really nice of him. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, there's good humans out there in the world. So it was eventful. Yeah. So I see we have a chat. We have a chat. Who's in the chat?
We have a chat. Oh well, Duck Bacon was in here pretty early. So hello, Duck Bacon. Best bacon ever.
Yeah, we like bacon.
We got Citizen Ronan.
Hail Ronan! What's going on, my friend?
What's up? So, yeah.
Nice. Good. Yeah, everybody share this out.
Yep.
We don't have a guest, like I said. I actually just got a DM from an individual. Maybe they want to come on next week, maybe not. So they asked if they could about a second chance campaign they have up on fundmycomic.com. So maybe they'll come on. Maybe we'll see what happens. But as of right now, we don't have anybody this week. But there was some news. There was some hoopla, Angela.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
There's been a busy past couple days, actually.
That's actually more accurate.
And this is what's funny. Like, Topicless is on a Tuesday night, and usually by the time Topicless comes around, all the things that have happened like already, because they happen usually like from Thursday to Sunday. Yeah. So by then they're completely covered. Everybody knows about it, and so it's like, hey, do you want? And we still talk about it, but it's not as prevalent or in the now. So we usually miss out on like the freshness, the ripeness.
Yeah.
The stickiness.
Go on. Just kidding.
We usually miss out on like how new it is. But there's been a couple of developments recently in the indie scene as well as in the mainstream. Mm-hmm. And I'm not one like, oh, gotta fight the pop culture movement, and I respect those that do.
You're very low key drama. You are. You're not a drama.
I'm not. Well, I'm not a culture warrior, so to speak. I don't like. I mean, everyone knows I love Pantera, and "Mouth for War" is a great song. It even says, "Hold your mouth for the war, use it for what it's for." And I believe in that. You should, use it for what it's for, but you also should use your words where you want to use them and when. Other people are better suited at their knowledge, their verbiage, their vernacular, and wit, as far as like so much as attacking the culture war and going after the people that are going after us, or even not even attacking us, but are just kind of like, not us as in like CG, but like us as in the people who actually like the quality, the stuff that we're doing, but even in CG too. But like crap movies, and we talk about it, like I told everybody Sisu was great. We talked about Guardians, I think, because I saw that already. I think we talked about it, but so like I don't mind talking about that stuff, but it's not something that I'll devote a 3-hour stream to on that one subject. It's just I don't have the energy. I got other stuff to do. Stuff to do.
I'm gonna take a nap now. You mentioned that.
You all right? Well, I mean, you could go take a nap. I'll run. I'll say hi to everybody in chat. But
I'm kidding.
No, but like I said, there's other people that do it better. Like, you look at Drinker, you look at Nerdrotic. I love Az. I know he's kind of hit and miss with some people.
Sorry, I just wanted to put that up there.
It's highlight anything and everything and talk about it. What did he say?
Oh, it's you're not gonna play Taste the Biscuit, are you? Please no. It's a song that they play before the chat. It's like one of my favorite songs.
I'm not gonna play Taste. No, the chat plays some terrible, awful songs before their streams. Vanessa, no! I love you. I love you, but no, bad Vanessa. Okay, I mute those. I do. I have the stream muted until those videos are over. I can't tolerate those things.
Inkspots is in the house.
Yo, what's going on, Ink? Yeah,
he's listening and working on pages.
No, he's not. He's gonna read Bone. I just saw him tweet about it. Working on. What a liar! he's got like the Bone omnibus. He's gonna read that. I like Bone, by the way. Good book.
Jim Cox is here. Hi, Jim.
What's up, Jim Cox? How you doing? And yeah, but yeah. So and like even Ethan Malin, they're all really good at tackling. Shane Davis, all excellent at like I love Shane because he even does the 10-minute little videos that he'll do on the subjects and pop culture and stuff. So he's really good at it, actually.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not so much about they do it better than I, so I don't usually tackle those kind of things. But I do tackle things that interest me and I'm fascinated by. One thing we're going to mention real quick is the Kickstarter, that fiendish Kickstarter. If you can't, I don't even know what it's called, but I think they renamed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if people want to go over there, report it, because that's not Irene that posted that up there. She's insanely furious about it, and rightfully so. So yeah, report that.
Cool name.
It had a different name. I will give them this. They went a different route because I remember this, as far as I know, it happened with Ethan a few times. It happened with Vinny Tartamelli of Shadow of the Kraken. That was a great book, too, by the way. Vinny's a really, really talented artist.
Wait, what's the book?
Nice dude. Shadow of the Kraken. Mm. Yeah, it's a pirate book. It's fun. Mm-hmm. I have it. He did City of Venus. He's done Through the Woods. Vinny, him and his brother Frankie did Through the Woods. But it's happened a few times, and now it's happening to Irene. And one thing I did want to talk to Ink about is, do we want to do a Kickstarter right now? Should we even bother? I mean, mainly I only say that because I don't want it to look like, hey, we want more money or something, like, oh, but we're doing it now because it's in the ether. I don't know. I do want to get on all platforms. And this does bring us to another subject, like Fund My Comic or stuff like that. We want to do it. Inkspots and I really want to get on our own website. We just want to have that and kind of do like a pre-order system. That's what we're kind of mainly looking forward to. Like the Kickstarter thing. There's that's been some topic of controversy as of late, in a way.
Inkspot says no. I hate Kickstarter.
Okay. Well, suck it, dude. I'm gonna do it anyway.
I found the fake.
Okay, sure.
Campaign called Fatal Ground Mysteries.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's fine. If you don't want to do Kickstarter, we don't have to. I don't see us making like insane quantities of money off of it. So it's no skin off my teeth, back.
You can see my tab, do you?
I can't see anything. Right there it goes. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is with this also, they messed with some of the artwork, like they ran it through Photoshop or an AI filter or something to try to change it up and make it look like. But this is totally hijacked from Irene. Not her, obviously. So everybody go report this if you can.
Is that supposed to be a tear, or does he have a really bad, like a mole, and like a pimple? I'm going to pop it.
I don't know.
See that on his cheek?
Yes, I actually do. I actually can't see that.
reported
I
for
don't know if
that
that,
even, because that's just horrible.
I don't know if Irene did that or if that's part of the.
Could you imagine? She's like, "Hey,
She might have. I don't know, but I haven't. But like if you scroll down, you can see the artwork's a little different. I think actually this has like one more day or something like that. And what sucks about these things is that they're cash grabs. They just like people will fake these campaigns and they'll get the money and then just not fulfill it. It's like it's a scam. And what also sucks is people try to go on Kickstarter to raise the money, and then this also gives a thing back. This goes back to even the Malin, like way back when Malin and your boy were doing Graveyard Shift. Was it Graveyard? No, not Graveyard Shift. Jawbreakers. They did their first Jawbreakers campaign, and that got taken down. It's like they'll take down stuff because of a political viewpoint, but you can go ahead and hijack a campaign and just falsify it and steal somebody's thing to get money. Like you can do that, but you can't if you have a political leaning. They'll just ban you. Now that was back in the day, also. So everybody, I think like I said, if you scroll down, there's like a report campaign button. I think, not the copyright, but report campaign. I don't know if you're doing anything or not because it's not moving. But
you want me to do stuff?
Well, I can't.
This is the first time I've shared anything, so I can scroll down.
Yes, you have the power.
I have the power
to do the magic power.
Steaming attack. And the thing is so funny too. Like the hometown of Kania, wouldn't that be capitalized? I don't know.
I don't know. The thing is, like, they hijacked the campaign, but they did change up some wording and stuff like that. Only a fake one on Kickstarter.
The name of the artist is Celine, a comic artist, illustrator, animated artist. My career began with pencils and inks for Deadpool family in... Sorry,
a puzzle book?
In 2011, I've contributed my skills to various projects. Hi, Bancroft, such as FX Archer, Marvel Television and Animation. Is that close to Reenie's? Like that kind of...
Oh, she hijacked her background. She did, because Irene works in animation. She worked on Archer and stuff like that. So she's worked in animation. She does have a degree. She did go to college. Like, she hijacked Irene's background and career history. So... But this is it was clever about like before, like I said, with Shadow of the Kraken and stuff like that, they would just plug it in. They would just copy the whole campaign and plug it in. They wouldn't change anything really, maybe except like the creator name. Here, she like went through filters, changed up some of the artwork to fake it. Like, this is just like, I don't know, Walmart, Costco, whatever crap, Dollar General brand Irene art. Like, that's
Dollar
what this
Tree
is.
Art.
This is Dollar Tree Irene art. So it's, she hijacked it, and she actually tried to make it look unique when it isn't. So this is not, like I said, this is not Irene. We love Irene here. She's a friend. And so everybody go report this, please. Like I said, only got a day, but maybe the Kickstarter can do something. But this is, once again,
mad.
I think Bancroft has a, do you have a, I know he has a Lucent over on Kickstarter. So, and this is the other thing, like, Malin was like, I can see why Malin was against Kickstarter because, of all that stuff that happened to him back in the day. And it makes total sense to me. I have mad respect for Malin. I respect the man, his art and his drive. But, I understand why he doesn't want to go Kickstarter. I understand that. It makes total sense to me. If I were in his shoes, I would feel the exact same way. But I'm not in Malin's shoes. I'm in my shoes. Yeah. So, and Inkspot just said he doesn't like Kickstarter. If he doesn't want to go Kickstarter, I'm fine with that. I'm totally workable with, the people I work with. So, it's no, I can see if we were like, dude, we can make $100,000, then maybe he might change his tune. But as far as that goes, you can get, if you're a small time creator and you're like, okay, well, I raised $4,000 on Indiegogo, maybe I can get you an extra $1,500 on Kickstarter. If you're a small time creator and you can get that $1,500 and you want it, go for it. I say, like, don't let another Comic Skater, even if you're not Comic Skater or you follow Comic Skate, but you're an indie creator, don't let somebody else influence your words I'm looking for. Influence, like, what you do in your business and in your endeavors. Like,
you don't have to go with the pack.
Right, and like I said, I respect, and this everyone knows it is Malin that that has this opinion. I respect him. I understand it. I comprehend it, and this brings up to like once again, everybody, please, go report this. I'm gonna go ahead and take this down, Angela, because I'm gonna share
down. Well, I was just thinking though too, if by going to avoid having these copies and so forth, maybe going Kickstarter isn't a bad idea, because I don't know, just was something I was thinking about yesterday.
What is this Bancroft saying right here?
Oh, I don't think there's our Kickstarter's fault, but it is a problem that happens on their site and their way to slow it. And I can read, and their site and their way to slow it to deal with it, and they're way too slow to deal with it. So yeah, they're
true.
They have other things. Priorities.
They are way too slow to deal with stuff like that, and I get it. It's a huge company, and they have a lot of things to deal with. But what's up, Michael T? They have other
in the house too.
Who is?
Ice Queen.
Oh, there's Ice Queen. What's going on, Ice Queen? So they have a lot of things to contend with and to deal with, but the whole you can't come on our website because we're blocking this political viewpoint. It's kind of a thing that they got rid of those people. They're now over, I think, on Zoop or something like that.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
My phone is blowing up. Anyway,
Mr. Popularity.
Mr. Popular. It's probably YouTube. It's probably still the YouTube notifications. So. Yeah, I could get not going over there because somebody was pretty much set out against you to ruin your business, and that's what they were doing. It's not there anymore. People are like I said, Bancroft's on there, Tucci's on there, Brian Polito's been on there forever in a day. Mm-hmm. So it's, to me, if you're a smaller creator and you want to do it, go do it. Like if you're a bigger creator and you want to do it, go do it. You don't have to.
It only took them a day to pull down Mike Barron's campaign, just saying, on Kickstarter.
That's right. Yeah, and Barron had it up there too. So, and they took his down because of the controversy behind it. So, but we're on Indiegogo. Froggy's on Indiegogo right now. That's where we launched because we have, Indiegogo has been good to us in the past. And unfortunately, the shadow ban thing is ridiculous. And we all just woke up we can't have our eggs in one basket right now. We have to branch out. Now, whether that be Kickstarter, whether that be Fund My Comic, or your own website, which is, like I said, Ink and I really want to get to the website. We really want to have that. And I still want to do Indiegogos. I'm fine with it. If they shadow ban it, it's at least another, to me, it's kind of like another shopping cart area. Like if people aren't familiar with the website, they at least go on Indiegogo. That's a lot of, but eventually maybe you could direct everybody over to your website. So
yeah,
and I even messaged when we first got shadow banned. I messaged Shane. I was messaging Shane a little bit. And I told him dude, I'm done with it. I want to just end this campaign and put it over on Kickstarter and just and he was like, dude, he's like, whoa, pump. He's like, calm down. I'm like, dude, I'm just mad right now. So I got pretty furious at Indiegogo for a while there too. And so I get we were shadow banned out the gate almost the first month, and Ink and I were pretty furious about it and still are. So, it's impacted the campaign. If you get even if you get 20%, 10% of your finances from just Indiegogo traffic, that's a good chunk of money. You're missing out if they shadow ban you. So, and that's always been something that's on the CG community as far as the shadow banning goes. It's been a topic for a long time now because it's been happening not just since Frog G, but well before then too. They shadow ban, but they used to shadow ban you and at least get back to you and just be okay, well, they wouldn't tell you the exact thing, but they would say you have some content on there that's wrong. You kind of had to figure it out. But they would at least reply. They don't even do that anymore. So Indiegogo is nice and was nice because it was kind of just an umbrella. It's everything is here. You can find it, but you can't find it anymore. What's the point? But this is where also kind of if you're a small time creator, something good for you to do is even buy a domain name. And you don't even need a website. You buy a domain name, and then you have that domain name redirect to your Indiegogo page. Yeah. That way, even if you're shadow banned, if somebody Googles your name, you could have your, AngelaCurry.com. And people know your name. If they Google Angela Curry, your website's going to come up. Once they click it, it'll redirect them to the Indiegogo. So it's a good way.
Davis did that with his book,
Shane did that. Shane did that. Well, he has his own website too now. But Shane did that, and it's not a bad idea. domain names are not expensive at all. You get pay like, I don't know, $20 for the year or something like that. It's not expensive. Even if it's $50 for the year, it's not expensive. Get a domain name that have a backup plan as far as that goes. Even if you're against Kickstarter, you hate Kickstarter, fine, cool. You don't want to go there. The only thing I mainly don't like about Kickstarter, well, there's two. I don't like the payment process. I hate that it comes out because here's a campaign that I have backed on Kickstarter. I love this cat. His name is Skinner, the artist Skinner, and he does Skin Crawl magazine. This thing is insanely dope, so cool. I backed. I don't know how to really work Kickstarter all that well because this is over, but I backed both of them that he had out at the higher tiers. I love these. I got the black and white and the colors. But he's only on Kickstarter. He's not on Indiegogo. Just because another creator has a problem with this platform doesn't mean I'm going to not shop there. Like, I get why they do, and that's fine. There's people that have a problem with Disney, and they still buy the Disney products. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you have a beef. Like, I understand it, and I get it. I respect it. But it's not my beef. Now, and if you're like, oh, well, you're my friend, you should maybe go along in that too. It's like yes and no. There's to me, it's a pick your battle kind of a stance. It's like, like I like Skinner. This is the only place I can get this. I don't even know if he has a website. I haven't looked into it, but I can only get certain things from there. Though, like I have all the shirts and everything. So I love this artwork. I want to get it. If this is the only way I can get it, even if you're my friend, I'd be like, look, you got to also respect me and the fact that I want this artwork. And be like, okay, well, I get it. I'm not sitting there like donating money to Kickstarter itself. Like, by backing this, I'm giving them they get a cut of it. They get, I don't know, 8% or something. But either which way, I'm still supporting this creator, though, and he can then put out another campaign because of it. So I hate the payment part, and also I don't like BackerKit. I loathe BackerKit. It's like, I already backed it. I don't want to have to go through and fill out more crap. So those are my main beefs.
Yeah, I was just thinking, too, like, I mean, you know, we talked about this last week, the beauty in friendships is that you don't agree on everything.
Right. And that, to me, that's important. You don't want to agree on everything. I don't want to hang out with people that agree with me on everything. It makes for boring conversation. I would rather, Inkspots and I, we have disagreements and stuff, mainly about like interest in music, and we usually agree about artwork and stuff, but our musical tastes are totally different. So, you know, Luke, Death Metal Hero, we hang out all the time. What's he saying?
He said, I've been sending scratch pics to Jason all day now that I have his number. So I guess he's
I blocked it. I already blocked him. Yeah, I already blocked his phone number. Yeah. I just wanted to. It's easier for who's here?
Henry Venus.
Oh, what's up, Henry? Good to see you, my friend. It's easier for me to text messages, so I wanted to text him that one time, and then I blocked him.
No, and Bancroft disagrees with you, so there you go.
As he should. He should disagree with me. It takes him 6 hours to draw 6 lines. Like, I can cook and eat a steak in the time it takes him to draw an eyeball.
Ooh.
It's ridiculous. Get on top of that. But
I don't know what this is in regards to. Shifter says that this was close. 9 days left. Close.
What's up, Shifter?
Hello, Shifter.
9 days left for Skin Crawl? I don't know. Skin Crawl's closed. I don't know. Shifter, can you reiterate? What's the word I'm looking for?
Can you send us an in-depth description of what you're trying to say?
Hey, there was a word I was looking for that covered all that. But anyway. But no, but this is just one example. Like, I know Luke backs...
he blames Rob, but, you know.
Like Luke Alietta, he backs Brian Polito. He backs Lady Death stuff all the time. There's some campaigns you can't get on Indiegogo that and maybe there's even some covers or features that you can get on Kickstarter. So, like I said, I respect Malin, but if he wants to say I'm not CG because I back and support a Kickstarter campaign, that's on him. I feel I am. I don't know. The fans feel I am. Cool, you know. So. Everyone knows I am, but...
Michael T says, you don't cook your steak, Jason. You carve off what you want to eat and ride the rest home. I'm
not going to go over this steak conversation with everybody right now. when you have a kidney transplant, they don't want you to consume raw or undercooked meals due to bacteria. So therefore, you have to, I reiterate, you have to have your steaks well done. That being said, yes, now I still have them medium, though, to medium, sometimes medium well, depending on where I'm at, because they undercook it if you say well. But yeah, they don't want you to have bacteria, so you have to cook it well done. So I am used to a well done steak. But I also don't want E. coli. I don't want you to just smack the cow and put it on the plate. I would like it a little cooked, please. I don't want to bleed from my eyeballs, okay, or get holes in my brain. But yeah, so like I said, to me, to say just because somebody backs a Kickstarter or backs a company or supports a company or puts their product on a company that they're now excommunicado from a group is just, it's kind of to me that's a harsh way to go about it. To me, it's based on case scenario. It's their prerogative. It's what you want. That's Malin's point of view. It has that same point of view. That's Ethan's. If Michael T has the point of view, you're not Comicsgate if you back a Kickstarter. That's his point of view. That's not how everybody else is going to feel. You can't speak on the masses and the ideas of the masses. You can give your opinion and maybe some might follow. But, not everybody has knowledge, but everybody has opinions. So that's, right. That's not from me. That's from a philosopher. But it's,
Bruce Lee?
No, it wasn't Bruce Lee. I can't remember the guy's. It's Arthur Schopenhauer actually quoted the other philosopher. So it's not even Arthur Schopenhauer. But what's up, Alex? Good to see you.
He's here dropping links. Hey, Alex Gerb. Malin was just mad because he couldn't drink Bud Light.
Okay, and that covers that. Like the Bud Light thing, I don't care. I don't even drink beer. I don't care. Whoever they want to have, they could have a toddler be the sponsor of Bud Light. I don't care. I don't drink beer. It doesn't. Boo-hoo, it's a trans. Oh no. I don't know. I just don't care. Like I have now other people are going to care. Just because I don't care doesn't mean other people don't care, and they can be passionate about it. That's fine.
Right.
I'm all for it. That's not on my plate. I got other things to eat right now. I got to eat my broccoli and my chicken. All right? That is like a Twinkie. I don't need it. So it's not mine.
Nobody can tell a creator which is a small business where they can make their money. Litmus tests are lame. The Citizen Ronin. Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Stippling on the chat? He had the pen. He was holding out the pen. He's like, okay, I bought this pen. Say I bought this pen on Indiegogo. Now Kickstarter is like a bigger branch than Indiegogo. So he was like Walmart, dollar store, and then mom and pop place. He made a great example of that. Like you're going to want your product in as many places as possible to generate as much traffic as possible. Yeah. Why are you going to not have it on the one place that can get you more money, sell more pens than the other place? It's not logical. Now, that's not to say that the person who's making that pen, like the person okay, I'm going to take it to the mom and pop place, but they went ahead and spit in my mouth. I don't like that outside the bedroom. So maybe they're not going to put their pen in the mom and pop place at that point. That I get. That's fine, but that's up to that person that made that pen. That's not up to anybody else. So that was a good point that he made on the chat.
I missed that point, so thank you for sharing that. I was kind of in and out with that one.
Yeah, go back and watch the chat. It's a good show.
It was good. Yeah, you just described personal hell. I think he's talking about steak, but we could just say it's about pens.
Yeah, whatever, Michael T. Well, you talk about it later tonight if you want.
There you go. Michael T is going to be on tonight. Oh, there's more people in. I'm really behind here in the chat.
It's a controversial topic. I do appreciate everybody swinging by. Hit that like and subscribe button. But the Kickstarter, Indiegogo, where people should go. Are they Comicsgate if they go outside of this one thing? Okay, am I Comicsgate if I just go to my own website then and not on Indiegogo? Because that's where all the Comicsgaters are, is Indiegogo. It's like, no. To me, I went over this, I can't remember who I was talking to about this. I think it was Red Valkyrie. Comicsgate, to me, this is my opinion, Comicsgate is like metal music. There's a whole bunch, there's sludge metal, there's death metal, there's Norwegian death metal, there's, industrial metal. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of metal. There's a lot of different kinds of Comicsgate. Now, this is my viewpoint. There's plenty of people who are like, no, this is the only way it is. This is my stance. My stance on CG is it's a fan-based movement. It is a fan, like, it's for the fans. Fans are passionate. I'm a fan myself. I back books. Other fans back my books. It's just something about the source material being true and being true to the fans, not just the fans themselves, but also like the love of the product, the book, the passion behind it. You're not doing this because you're like, oh, I can make lots of money. Ethan made $1 million. I can too. No, you can't, by the way. It's a grind. If you're doing this, the people that are still doing this now, that are still only getting like $6,000 a book and they have like 4 books out, they love this because they're not making money. They're not, if anything, they're in the red. They are working other full-time jobs on top of making comics. We love this thing. That's Comicsgate to me. It's a passion. We are doing this because it's something we've been loved our whole lives, and it's gotten ruined by the mainstream industry, and it's just distorted and mutated and watered down, and we're sick of it. And so we put out high-quality books, high-quality product, fascinating stories, fun stories that are engaging in escapism. That's Comicsgate to me. That may not be Comicsgate to you, and that's fine. Now, just because my viewpoint of it isn't yours doesn't mean you should just excommunicado just because of that. I go to Kickstarter doesn't mean, oh, Jason's not Comicsgate no more. I go to fund my comic. Jason's not Comicsgate. He's not on Indiegogo. I don't care. You get your money where you can get it. Make your living where you can make it. If you can make your living on your own website, awesome. Do it. Like I said, I'm not bashing Malin. I respect his opinion. I respect the man. And I'm not just saying that to like safeguard me. I really do like Malin. I like his artwork. I think it's pretty dope. Yeah. So yeah.
I just had a passion for drawing, one might say.
I miss Passion. Passion for Drawing is on TikTok, by the way. Does some great TikToks. Everybody go follow him over there.
Jeremy Burtz is in the house, and so
hey, what's up, Jeremy Burtz?
Just coming in here.
Pen? Good to see you. Hit that like button, please. So that's my viewpoint on that. It was something that was covered on the chat. It's been going around off and on. And I do know Malin kind of brought up the whole, because of I don't even know 100% the whole, like, I know the Bud Light thing was part of that. If you're going to boycott Bud Light because of Dylan Mulvaney or whoever that person is, then you should boycott Kickstarter, because it's like, well, I don't even drink Bud Light, so I don't even know how that analogy applies to me. So, like, I don't even drink beer. I like Guinness. That's about it. I don't even drink that. But, so yeah, so I get he was trying to make an analogy in that regard, but I still disagree with it. And I'm allowed to, because I'm allowed to have an opinion. Now, he's also allowed to say Jason's full of it. I don't ever want to see him again. Fine. I'm going to sleep fine tonight. But so that's all I have to say about that. What is your opinion on that, Angela?
Yep. No, just kidding. No, I mean, I
absolutely... All right.
You got it. No, I'm kidding. No, absolutely. I actually agree. I mean, the whole thing is that, especially if you're an, a indie creator and you're just new to this, like, find wherever you can to show your book. More opportunities you have it out there, the better chance of you getting supporters and more eyes on it. At least, people are seeing your work, and maybe they don't support you the first time, they might support you the next book. So anything's possible. Right. So yeah. I think that makes absolute sense. I mean, I agree too. I don't like Kickstarter, their platform. I have actually not backed anything Kickstarter. Indiegogo is, I feel like it's a very easy platform to go in there and back a book. I am looking forward to backing a book on Fund My Comic. That, I don't know, that just makes, like, anything outside of Indiegogo too, I'm excited about. That's kind of more CG friendly. I'm all for that too.
Yeah. And everybody should check out Fund My Comic. It's Luke's doing some great stuff over there. But
Henry Beam is, I'm ahead of the curve. I've been boycotting Bud Light for 20 years. Here. That's just water.
I'm pretty ahead of the curve. I don't even drink it. But
anything at all. Natural Light. I don't understand. I still don't know how they're making money. I just think it's just like so. I don't like it.
I don't understand beer itself. Everybody's like, a nice cool beer with your pizza. I'm like, that's not refreshing. That is not refreshing. I don't care. It doesn't cool my quench. I'm not like, tasty. No, it tastes like urine. I want to drink something with a little flavor. Yeah.
If I have beer, it's generally with like meat and potatoes or something. To me, that's when I would have a beer.
It's still not. No, that's not quench. I'm not quenched.
Well, you have a glass of water right next to it. It's good to dehydrate. I think growing your web presence is more important than using Kickstarter. Mail-in may promote your book if it's not on Kickstarter. Shifter.
Well, that's the thing. Dude, like I said, I respect Mail-in. He has done an insane amount for Comicsgate, and not even just Comicsgate, but indie comics itself. Even though he mainly just will only push Comicsgaters, that's still an indie comic movement. But Mail-in has done an insane amount, and you can get on Mail-in's channel and promote your book and get a lot of eyes, a lot of traffic on it. And this is the other thing that brings up to this is like Mail-in has even said from the beginning, and grab an oar. What does he mean like that? He's like, get your paddle and out there and go out there and do your work, do your job, do your part of this movement. Well, my part of this movement is not like talking about Bud Light, talking about SJWs. That's not my part. My part is trying to make the best quality that I can make of artwork while I can see, and making fun stories for other people to buy. I may not have, like I said, the vernacular or the mindset to fight the culture war, but I have a visual skill set of a passion, once again, of the drawings, a passion for comics and a passion for artwork that I put into my product, and it fights the mainstream's garbage. Like, so that's my way of fighting the culture war. Of fighting is by putting out a quality book that I hope a lot of people like. Not everybody's going to like my stuff. I get it. That's fine too. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to get what you like. And, maybe you buy it and you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy the next one. This one sucked. I'm sorry. Hey, hit me up and tell me why. I want to know. But that's the other thing. Like, that's my oar. I'm grabbing my oar. That's the way I do it. And so I do follow a Mail-in method in that regard. I'm trying to grow my channel even, like by doing these streams, by posting shorts and posting videos. I'm trying to grow my presence in the Comicsgate community, in the CG community, in the indie comics community, and be like, hey, everybody, here's a fun little creative channel that you can come watch some artwork, maybe talk about do it on our live streams, talk about some pop culture, and have a little fun, and not have to worry about the drama or like what's going on between these two creators, or, ooh, Mark Brooks is the devil again because he's stupid. You don't have to worry about it here. Like, this is a different channel. But if you want to hear that stuff, I hear that stuff too. I go over to their channels to listen to it because I want to hear it sometimes too. So go to those channels. Like, this is a different it's no different than surfing the TV or a Netflix or something. Like, oh, I want to watch a documentary right now. Oh, now I want to watch Goonies. Like, certain moods fit you. So my channel is more about creativity and artwork and stuff like that. And that's what I'm pushing for. Like, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, Fund My Comic, I grab an oar by doing my product where I can to get out there in front of many eyes as humanly possible. That's my way of doing it. So, and that's, like I said, everybody has their way.
I will say, though, back in the day, JDA, John Delarose, he was kicked off of Indiegogo due to the controversy regarding his, one of his covers or something. But Mail-in did promote him because he did have to go to Kickstarter, and Mail-in did say, I don't normally do this, but he did.
Here's the thing: I don't understand fully. I don't understand it 100%, mainly because, like I said, you have Bancroft on Kickstarter, you have Tucci on Kickstarter, you have people and Mail-in hangs out with them. So I don't get it. That's fine. It's fine if he doesn't want his product on there. I don't get it. Like, I mean, that's I get that. But like, other creators have it, and he still hangs with them, and that's cool. That to me shows the respect that he's still willing to hang out with people. He's not going to ostracize you just because you're on Kickstarter. So that's cool. Like, maybe like that's just his way of being like, look, it's my thing. I don't want Kickstarter. It's fine if these other creators do. I respect who they are as creatives and as people. So I still hang out with them. I'm not going to ostracize them or their campaigns. I just won't promote their Kickstarter campaign. If they have it on Indiegogo, I'll promote it. I think that might be where Mail-in is coming from. Like, if you're Comicsgate and you have a Kickstarter only, he won't promote you. But if you're Comicsgate and you're on Indiegogo, he will. Maybe. I don't want to put words in his mouth. That's just a theory. What does this say?
Oh, Pen's saying, I'm working on a picture book for adults. If I can sell it on my own without using fundraising sites, that would be great. So, That is the goal. That is the goal. That is the goal, is to have this being self-sustaining. Like I said, Inkspots and I really want it to be. We would love it to get to be self-sustaining, where it could be like a pre-order system. PTP has a book on Kickstarter. Is that the Zorro book? I think so. I think that's the Zorro book. Yeah. Yeah. So I got that yesterday, so it's excited. Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's, I mean, like, I get it. The only way to know is to, like, for Malin to actually say it, or like say, and he's been clear, like, he does not like Kickstarter. I'm not talking about that. Like say whether or not, like, look, just because you're on Kickstarter doesn't mean I won't promote your Indiegogo, and I don't think your Comicsgate, because you're on Kickstarter. I think your Comicsgate is just, I don't want to promote. I don't want Kickstarter getting any money from me. So put your book on Indiegogo where I can back it. Like, you know what I mean? That might be where he's coming from. I respect it. Like, I get it. I understand it. So,
yeah, it's so funny too, because I remember the whole thing, because it was pre-Comicsgate for me. I think it was it 2017 where this whole thing kind of,
it was about 2017. Issue.
Yeah, Malin. And I was like, and I was just like, I mean, just from just an outside perspective, I was like, that's really crappy. Like, you know, like the fact that the person has different opinions, that you're going to kick them off your campaign. So anyway, it was just interesting to, like, first be on the outside, and now I'm kind of in the swirl of it, seeing it, like, in real time. It's just like,
well, and that's the thing, you're a fan, you're a backer. So if, like, let's say all of a sudden Indiegogo were to be like, look, we don't want you anymore, Ethan. We want you gone. And Ethan's like, okay, fine, I'll go over to fund my comic. So as a fan, if I'm like, hey, anybody who backs anything on fundmycomic.com is a traitor, how dare you? Are you going to be like, well, I can't get Cyberfrog anywhere else? What am I going to do? Jason won't like me anymore. It's like, well, no, you're going to go get Cyberfrog because you love Cyberfrog, as you should. I love Cyberfrog. Not just because of Frog G. That's a totally different entity. But I love Cyberfrog too. I own a crap ton of Cyberfrog stuff. I back at high tiers on Cyberfrog. So who am I to say, just because of that platform, you shouldn't go there just because they ostracized that person? Mm-hmm. So go, as a fan, as a backer, go get it where you can get it. Like, you should. You know, it's something you love. So,
right.
So yeah. So that's the whole Kickstarter Indiegogo thing. That's my opinion on that. And now let's talk about.
Pastor Dan just wants to say I love. I'm assuming he's saying I love you, but I love.
I love you, Past Master Dan. I love you.
Hi, Past Master Dan.
Hit that like button. We gotta talk about this, Angela. We gotta talk about this.
I showed this to my roommate. I completely butchered it. My roommate's an artist. I was like, I wanted to compare and just say which one do you like more. I didn't. I basically was like, both of these are by the same artist. Which one do you like more? And she was like, she was trying to be positive about both. So she's not the one to ask. She's always great.
Well, it's comic art too. And if you may not know what Angela's referring to is, I also posted the cover for the Wolverine Limited Series #2, which is a similar pose to this. I didn't actually pull that tab up, which I should have, but I will say this. One thing I hate, and I will openly say this, I don't care. I hate this. I hate that font, that Wolverine font. I've always hated that font. Why is the Ghost Rider font the same as it was in the 90s, but the Wolverine one is new and updated? It's like the old one, the classic one looked dope. Why are you doing this? This looks stupid. Anyway, that has nothing to do with artwork. That's not Frank Miller. But I am a huge Frank Miller fan. He's an influence of my artwork. I love his stuff. This, I have questions. Now, we covered this on 80s Made. Bancroft was there too. Shanthan Jetty, Abra, Admiral, and 80s. It was a fun stream. We had a great time. I did talk about it there as well. I'm a huge Frank Miller fan. I'm not going to tear this apart in any way, really, even as an artistic point of view. I have my problems with it, though, but I also like it. And it's not just because it's Frank Miller, though. Take his name off of this and put John Doe on this. I still like it. The reason, now, I'm not saying I like it overall in general as a complete concept. I just like the graphicness of it because I'm an artist in a way. I like different styles. People know I like Sam Keith and Wayshack, but I also really like Neil Adams and the classical John Byrne. I love that stuff. I have my problems with certain parts of this, but I also really love other parts of it. So if you silhouette this thing, it's striking. It's awesome. It's cool. So is this Frank Miller? Yes, it's Frank Miller. Now, keep in mind, I also had this point of view on 80s Made. I said this. I know Frank has gone through some really rough times. He has battled substance abuse. Whether or not he still is, I don't know. Did that have an effect on his you know, his cerebral cortex. I don't know. Could he possibly even have had a stroke at one point in his life that nobody reported? That, like, in the news media, which is unlikely, but it's possible. So this is something that affected his drawing skill, because I'm gonna make myself solo now. Look at that. Now this is also Frank Miller. This is Frank Miller back in the 80s. This is Frank Miller. This is the same guy.
Yeah.
So this is the same. This is Frank Miller. This is that dude that did that Wolverine piece. Now, this one I could take out because it's not in the best condition anyway. But neither is that other one. But it's still pretty expensive. Now you can see traces of how he draws now. Like even that Wolverine piece. Like you can still see he's using those harsh shadows.
Yeah.
You know, that stylized blocky forms, stuff like that. Now this is him back in the 80s. But still very classical comic stuff. Like still decently classical comic stuff. Like it's still there. Still, his storytelling is by far awesome. Also, bar none. But you know, you can still see that he's using shape more than you know, heavy detail and stuff like. I don't know if my camera's just gonna focus ever, but you can still see it there. So you could see. You can kind of see this there. This, still of a more traditional comic look. This is way more graphical. Now, if you look at this, and now keep in mind, this is now, and this is Frank Miller in the 90s.
Yeah.
This is Sin City. This is him going in with just black and just hard shadow, playing with shape and form. Yeah. This is the Frank Miller I also absolutely adore. I took a lot of this in. Like you could see that Wolverine type nose there in a way, like Skin Crawl magazine.
I was gonna say, there's no nose there.
Like if you look at his nose here, like it has that block, that weird, like just that shape.
Yeah.
And if you see here, you can see the similarities, but here he put in that divot, the extra shadow. There's more form there. It's more anatomically correct in a way.
I want to see. Oh, he just said Wolverine has Down syndrome. Hey, Bone. Wolverine has Down syndrome instead of healing factor. I honestly, looking at it, I'm like, I want to see more. I'm just like, I feel like this is just one picture.
And that's the thing. And that's like, this is also from Sin City. Like, look, you could see.
Incredible. I love that.
You can still see this here. Now, my other point with this is, are the colors hurting it? Mm-hmm. Now, I will say one main thing I don't like. I don't like his sideburn area. I just don't like it. He's never done that before. I don't know why he made it look that way. But I don't understand the colorist's choice of putting these highlights in there, and it almost looks metallic. Like it looks like it's like aluminum almost on the. I don't understand that. But
did you do this digital or did you do it? Do you think you did it?
This is traditional.
Traditional, okay.
Yeah, this is traditional, but. Like I said, like if you look at like his like the ninja parts here, like right in his leggings and stuff like that, like it's still the same as in here. Mm-hmm. He has those heavy dark folds and stuff. Like he's still using that style, and that's the thing with Frank Miller. He often will change up his style. What's up?
No.
What do you say?
I just read his comment. Frank has gotten a ton of shit from SJWs in the past. In the last few years, he's starting to wonder if he's just like, fuck you all. I don't know, can I say that? F you all.
Here's the other thing. Marvel did not treat Frank the best. Marvel did not treat their creators the best. They did not treat Kirby the best, Stan Lee. Like, they did not treat their talent very well at all. Frank Miller is finally returning to Marvel after all these years. Is this a big middle finger? Like, is he...
Yeah.
No, what?
No, you go on. Sorry. You go ahead. Is this a big middle finger or what?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. Is this like a big FU to Marvel Comics? Is this just a big, look, I can produce striking imagery. I can produce, just jarring, fantastic work. Like, look at that. Just those simple shapes.
You can see the nipples.
You can see the nipples, but you can't see the nipples, if you know what I mean. but still, just those simple shapes though can strike such a. Yeah. This is beautiful. Like this looks beautiful, but you can't really see anything. Like it's just white. Yeah. You can't really see anything, but because he plays with the forms and the softness of those forms in that regard, and then if you go over to this one where there's no softness at all, and you could tell just with those shadows, it's perfect. Like, and now is this in that regard too? Like, is he just like, hey, look, I'm taking a more graphical approach to things. I'm using a different form of art. Is this his Cubism period? I don't like Picasso's Cubism period.
I was just thinking that Picasso, like, he completely changed his style.
Completely changed. There's plenty of artists that do it. Like, my style is different. Like, if you look at Absolute in the first half of Absolute Book 1, even Book 1 to Book 2, the style changes quite a little bit, and you can see it. So is it purpose that he's like, I don't think I did mine on purpose. Mine was accidental, but he does his on purpose. He changes his style. Like he's capable of just traditional comic style format, but he's also capable of this. Now now keep in mind he was younger when he drew this. He's in his mid-60s. But there's plenty of people in their mid-60s that look at, everybody said Dale Keown. Look at Bancroft showed that Keown piece last night. That was just, like, I quit. He's so good.
Oh, and he's 60. I need to go back and look.
Yeah, everybody go watch that stream. It was fun, the 80s made stream.
It was a really fun stream.
But, oh, pardon me.
What's he saying? The finger bones. I'm actually kind of wondering about that and looking at, because he has those, like, you guys have to bear with me, the things that come out of his hands.
His claws.
So, his claws. What is going on with that? Why are they bent in?
Okay, well, I mean, he's using. Okay, that's just foreshortening or stuff like that. So because the claws are coming straight out at you, you can't see all of them.
Effect.
And once again, I didn't want to pick the. All right, and everybody even says, why do artists really simp for Frank Miller? Why don't they take his apart? I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it was Shanth, Bancroft, or EVS that said it. It's respect. We respect what the man has done and what he's contributed to the art and to the comic books. Now, I know Wolverine, not this Wolverine, the Wolverine in the chats and the Comicsgate, he hates Frank Miller. But there's a lot of people that love him. There's a lot of people that hate him. That's fine. Everybody has their tastes. But as far as the claws go, he didn't put the arch in the top to, like, they're more pizza sliced, like Ethan said. So it's a style, but at that point, then that's a stylistic choice. He purposely went in and made them triangular instead of like adding a little. Like if you saw that, do I have photo? I don't think I have Photoshop open. That in the thumbnail that I have, yeah, I don't have it open. In the thumbnail, the Wolverine #2, he actually has those curves in it. He has that little arch on the top from that, but that was back in the '80s that he did that. I'm going to try to pull it up real quick, but
Inkspot says that he hasn't remotely liked his stuff since DK2, and that's when
Dark Knight 2.
I was like, "What is this crap?"
Yeah, Dark Knight 2. You could tell he was trying to play a little more. Now, whether or not he, like Ethan said, like he talked to Frank Miller, he said he's having fun, and Ethan's like, "This is fun. This doesn't look fun," but maybe Frank was having fun doing it. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and share that. I'll show you here. Let me do this.
Hi, Lord Liam.
Oh, what's up, Lord Liam? Good to see you. Oh, I don't want to share the copy of the link. Angela, why is everything a living nightmare? All right. All right. I will show you. All right, this is what I'm talking about. So, you can see... Yeah. So, I mean, they're not coming straight out at you either, though. So, but... you can see there's a little bit more of an arch in these. You know, and once again, like I said, kind of similar poses, you know?
Yeah.
But this one, more of a traditional, like, even in the part that, like, his sideburns, they're not as, like, they're flared out, but they don't have those weird lines in them everywhere. But it's more of a traditional comic look to it.
It's more symmetrical? I don't know what it is. But it's not, though.
It's more relatable because the features are softer, even as a man. You know, they're softer and stuff like that. But it looks more like a comic face, like in how comics look. Now, if you go over to this one, you're like, well, that's not how comics look. I'm not used to that. But I mean, everything is still there. You still have all the feet. Like I don't like the I don't like that. That's like one of my main things. But everything's still there. The placements are different, and he's being more stylized, and he's pushing things a little harder. So is it now? Once again, you're looking at a good how many years? What 82? I think Wolverine or 84 somewhere in there that miniseries came out. So you're looking at 40 years. So
yeah.
Now is that an age thing? Then is he just older now and he can't really like he doesn't have that skill set anymore because of the life that he's led, and he went through a lot, and that's what I said. I'm not picking this apart because I do like it. There's part of it that I do like. I'm not in love with it like I am with with this one. Like I love this cover. I want to homage this one because I love this cover so much.
I would say now that you mentioned the lines, like the one on the right is more softer. I mean, granted, but the one on the left, everything is more kind of it's very dated. It's
right
more sharp, so it looks less symmetrical versus the one on the right.
Right, and like I know Dan Fraga loves that one, and I know Fraga loves Miller in general, and I respect Fraga's opinion. I don't, but that's the great thing. I don't have to agree with everyone. I like this. I'm not in love with it, but I don't know why I like it. Is the thing. Like I don't know if I like it because I know it's Frank Miller. Maybe is that really hindering? Is that altering my perspective on what it really is? What does Bancroft say here?
He says that he likes the Thing, and the Moon Knight covers. The Spider-Man one from last year is pretty good too. So
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah,
I didn't mind the Moon Knight one. My whole thing is, I love Sin City. I love those harsh shadows that he played with, and the starkness and the contrast and stuff like that. And the current stuff he's doing now is kind of missing that. Like he's purposely leaving room open for colorists. I don't know if maybe he should just color it as a black and white. What is Ink saying?
That Miller stuff also needs to be hand colored. Digital looks like crap on.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why, Lynn Varley, his ex-wife, she colored the Dark Knight Returns stuff and everything, and beautiful stuff. He definitely needs that hand colored, traditional colored look to it, and you can mimic that digitally. Actually, Ink Spots' stuff is dope, and he does that digitally, and he can mimic it. His colors on Frog G, I mean, they look awesome. Yeah. So, and that looks like a watercolory, painterly style also. So you can do it digitally. It's just the colorists these days are so used to a certain specific set of traditional, like cut and grad or a certain style of coloring that they don't know how to color Frank, I think. And like, I don't know if you even gave like if you look at Frank, let's look at somebody I love, Sam Keith. If you look at Sam Keith, you give it to a regular colorist these days, they may be lost as to what to do with it just because it's so stylized and everything's so different. Frank's stuff is very different now. I'm hit and miss with his stuff after Dark Knight 2. I agree with everyone there. There's still some stuff he does that I like. Some I'm just like, but yeah, what's going on here?
Oh, he just wondered who was the editor that gave the all good. So,
here's the other now with that, is this another thing where like I know with I'm pretty sure with Batman Max crossover, they just told Sam Keith to do it. Just go do it. I don't think. Same thing with this. I think they just paid him. Hey Frank, we want you to draw something. I think he was like, all right, and he drew it. I don't think editors really stepped in because they're like, it's Frank Miller. We're not going to step in. We're going to give you free reign. That's very possible because this doesn't fit with Marvel's style either.
Yeah.
What's Anthony saying?
Anthony's in the house. He's just like been listening while driving. I'm not a fan of this Miller piece, and I love Frank Miller, so that's Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone knows I'm not a Frank Miller simp, but I love Frank Miller. It's being an artist and doing it so long. I know my stuff has huge anatomy flaws, and my stuff is very stylized, and I know I'm capable of doing like traditional anatomy stuff. I just don't like to because it's not fun to me. Is Frank bored of doing like that Wolverine type stuff on the blue cover? Is he bored of that? He's like, hey, I want to do my fun stuff. I want to do just weird, wacky stuff.
Marvel editorial have lost their spine. Could you imagine Jim Shooter approving this?
I don't think Jim Shooter would approve this. And that's the other thing. This doesn't fit in with Marvel's house style, but if they're like, hey, the other thing is they know they're going to get people like me, people that want the nostalgia of, oh, Frank's back and it's going to sell books. They're hoping this will do what Silvestri and McFarlane did for DC with, the Batman Spawn and also Silvestri's Batman Joker book. That's Marvel what they're hoping to do, I think.
I was just thinking of the old Charlie Brown cartoon. I mean, the Silvestri stuff, like, I mean, I'm, fairly new to comic books. And I mean, I looked at that and like, that was, wow.
And that's another guy that did change his style a little bit is Silvestri. And his stuff now is, that Joker book's so good. It's just crazy what he's been doing. But there's plenty of people that are just like, I really love Silvestri's X-Men run. And that's it. Like, that's peak Silvestri to some people. And that was how long ago? So, yeah.
Shifter, I think it's Pet Art. Someone put on a cover because Miller didn't want to do a cover.
And that's the other thing. Like, all he did was Wolverine. It's not like he did anything else like that in the background. That was probably the colorist that did that. So he just drew the Wolverine. And were they like, hey, Frank, here's like $60,000. Draw us a Wolverine cover. Do whatever you want. He's like, all right, you just gave me $60,000. I'm gonna just pop out a solo character and call it a day. This maybe even took him an hour. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just want to see more. I just feel like this is just one cover, and it's just like that's it. Like,
and that's the other thing. You want to see more, and like you can, like we went over it last night. Bancroft pulled up the other books, the Moon Knight, the Thing, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
You can look those up, but they're the same. It's just the one. It's the character. It's the one. Even the Loki one though is just a head. Which, by the way, I hate that one. I don't care who did it. I hate it. It's stupid. But the Thing one, I didn't like that one either. It's like it's this pose, which is funny. So if you look at that Thing one, it's this exact pose. So is Frank Miller trolling? Is he totally trolling Marvel Comics? Is he completely just like, I'm taking your money and laughing?
Just ink spots. I love Marc Silvestri's Batman Joker. It's
it's pretty dope.
Me, anyways, his grand opus. But yeah, I really, I'm just curious too. Will this new cover, if somebody, one day as a collector, I wonder if that will be worth anything, just because it's so unique to his other stuff.
As far as worth anything, that depends on the print run. It depends on how in demand it is. Like that, they're gonna print that thing like no one's business. It's gonna have a crazy print run. Like I said, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm a sucker. They got me, but also I think there's other variants for it. I'm gonna try to get the other variants, but
that's cool.
You know what is really dope? Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, Frog G, everybody. I'm gonna go pick up Frog G. Back in on Indiegogo today. Inkspots is in the chat. He claims he's coloring pages when he's reading Bone, but hey, we'll believe his lies. 48-page fully epic fantasy fairy tale about a man who gets turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a quest by death itself to kill a god, win back his humanity, and get back to the woman he loves. Back at today on Indiegogo. You get variant covers by Irene Strakowski, Billy Basco, Dan Plagle, with a supplemental cover as well by Matt Barr and Matt Yackey. Pick them up. Get them. Fun stuff.
I finally backed it. So
you finally backed it. This is true.
I finally backed it. Yeah,
I will say I can probably most definitely say we're spending more time on this cover than Frank Miller did on his. So I'm not talking quality. I'm just talking time. That's it. So so everybody go pick up Frog G. It's been an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you will. Any last words, Angela? Any words from the chat?
Just got the late. It's not showing. Bold Cat Studios just is in the house.
Yo, what's going on, Bold Cat Studios? Good to see you. Hit that like and subscribe. I think it's the first time I've seen you here.
Stream.
Oh, everyone go to Bancroft's stream. Aaron Lopresti usually streams at 7. We are huge fans of the Loprestis over here. We're huge friends of Bancroft as well. We had a lot of fun hanging out with Bancroft. I miss hanging out with Bancroft. I used to be on his channel every once in a while, but he's a busy man. He's doing a lot of great content too. People should subscribe to him. If anyone in the chat, what's that?
Well, Lucent 2 just got released, didn't it? Or it's not released. It's
not. No, that I think you said June. End of June. Yeah. I really hope I have money. Yeah. Because I'm backing that.
I hope we get another puzzle. I want another
puzzle. Good. You want another puzzle? Well, you can get the Lucent 1 on Kickstarter.
I already did. I still have to do it though.
Nice. You're gonna love it. That's such a good book. Bancroft is a talented cat. Yeah. Is there any last words from the chat? No. Any last words from the co-host?
The co-host is good.
All right. Thanks for coming on, everybody, and watching Hail Comic, Hail the Chat.
Woo.
Have a great one.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.